in our time of mourning. My husband's connections with you go back a number of years, so he was very honoured to be part of the government as Minister of Commerce and Attorney General, and lastly as a Justice of the Supreme Court. Thank you again for supporting the family in many ways. Thank you.
My name is Joel Masiko Kanyeihamba. I'm the son of the late Professor George Kanyeihamba. I want to thank you very much for honouring us today by coming and mourning with us. My father was, I understand, your friend, and you've reciprocated that friendship in many ways. And on his behalf, I want to thank you for the many appointments that you gave him throughout his career. And towards the end of his life, I also am aware that you were very generous in supporting the costs of some of his health care. And we want to thank you sincerely for that very important support. There remain a number of healthcare costs that still need to be cleared, and we would hope if there's anything you can do to help us with those in future that you would consider. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. President, Your Excellency.
To those that have welcomed you, and just say that your presence here is a reflection of the high regard the nation held George Kanyeihamba, given his contribution to a struggle for justice and freedom in Uganda, and the many things he has done, especially against the dictatorship that we fought against for so long. It's my honor and privilege to invite you to speak.
Now I'm very happy to meet you, but I had met some of you before. We had met before, and Masco, which means hope. I hope you know that. Masco, the name. The only thing I need to sensitize you is our tribal things. The Wachiga say Masco, so me I say Matsko. But those are our local tribal things. We also have some tribal things in UK. I think Jake told me that our sister-in-law was from Wales or something, or was she British? Is she Welsh or British? Or English? Which one of the two? English. English. Yeah, even the accent was, when she spoke, I could see it was real English. So I met Kanyeihamba first time when we had a big debate at Makerere University. It must have been either 1969 or 70. This debate involved Professor Mazurui and Dr. Rodney. Professor Mazurui was a reactionary, according to our language. And Rodney was a revolutionary, so we had two groups. This was it must have been 69. I was either third year in the university in Dar es Salaam, or I had just finished. So I was also part of the group there. And we had, that's when there was a big clash between Rodney and Mazrui, where Mazrui said, I am not in conflict with Rodney. Then Rodney, when he stood up, he said, no, we cannot be in conflict because we are not in touch. We are talking about totally different things. That's why it has never left my mind. And Kanyeihamba was there, that he was a big lawyer. He was older than us. He must have been like 90 now. How old was he now? 85. He's just young. A few years just ahead of me. But he had already finished his studies while we were just finishing. So that was my first time to see him. Then I didn't see him again. This was 1969, 70, until 1979, when we kicked out Idi Amin here. Then Professor Rule appointed him, I think as what? As Attorney General or what? Professor Rule. So he was with us in the cabinet. I was in that cabinet also for just 69 days, 68 days. So you can see how dramatic Uganda is. Uganda is really not dull. It's quite. So we had a government of only 68 days. And I think when we elected Benaisa, Kanyeihamba didn't continue. I don't think so. So he then were not. Then the next time I saw him, but it was for a short period, because 2 years, 79, 80, then went into the elections, and then we went to fight, 81 now. So when we went to fight, that's when I saw Kanyeihamba again. In the UK now, that's why I found him. He was in our external committee. He was part of that effort. Then when we came into government, he came and we became part of the government. And then when we expanded the NRC, he was elected in Rwanda as member of parliament for Rwanda. So then thereafter he continued in government, then later on as judge of the High Court. So you, the children, you need to know, and the grandchildren, these are grandchildren. These are small Kanyeihamba'S. How many are they, these small ones? All together? 4. Oh, that's what is very important. We, the people of this area, when Christianity came, they brought us a new idea that when we die, we go to heaven. So that possibility is there of going to heaven after death. So in that case, George must be somewhere now in another realm. But before that concept, our own concept was longevity, eternity was through the children. That was our concept. We were eternal through children. So in that case, while I am waiting for the other resurrection, where I also look forward to resurrect, but in the meantime, I'm very happy to be here and to see the resurrection here. Because Kanyeihamba left these wonderful people. How many are you? 2? Oh. No, the children. The Matsukos are Matsuko and Nyakwezi. You know what Nyakwezi means? What does it mean? Ah, the moonlight. The moonlight. So we have Matsuko and Nyakwezi. There's a third one. What is her name? Katungi is a boy. Oh, that's the name of a husband. Katungi. Although Katungi is normally a name for the boy, Katungi, you know what Katungi means? Okutunga is wealth. So Katungi is, but it's normally for boys, but I don't know why Kanyeihamba. So the 3 of you are part of the resurrection of Kanyeihamba, according to our old concept. And now you have also not let us down. You have already passed on the torch to the new people. So we have, when I got the information, I put something in the social media, exactly what I'm saying now, to say we are very happy to have been associated with Professor Kanyeihamba. He was one of the contributors, because Uganda was really, and Africa, were in a crisis. Where to go? Didn't know. And part of the problems were the politics of identity, of tribes, religion. So when our groups came, like the Rugundas, the Mbabas, these who are here, and others who left, we came with a different emphasis on the politics of identity. Emphasis on the politics of interests, not identity. We're emphasizing politics of interests. You in the UK, at that time, in Europe generally, you are calling it class politics, politics of class. The Labour Party against the Conservative, difference over issues, not over identity. And here we were emphasizing the politics of interest. And Kanyeihamba joined us. There were other groups, but he joined us, and he has been part of us all this time. So that's why I came to salute his contribution and let you know that we valued his input. So I want to extend our condolences of the NRM, my family, because he was also associated with our other relatives who are lawyers, John Kazora, and Rose here told me that she donated one of the Kateras to the Kanyeihamba'S. So you can see the connection, the legal. Katera was one of those lawyers. I think they must have been the same group. Katera was also slightly ahead of us. So I'm very happy I'm not happy to come here when he's dead, but to show you that we valued him. so that you know. Now the tribes here, when somebody dies, you don't just come swinging your arms that you are going to a funeral. You must bring something on your head. So I had to bring something, carrying something.
Kanyeihamba was a friend. He was a comrade. He was a role model in many ways. He was a man of the people in Rwanda, in the country. He was a great scholar. He trained lawyers at different levels, and he helped start the Makerere Law School. And of course, as you know, he eventually became a member of the Supreme Court of Uganda. He also was a judge of the African Court for Human and People's Rights. So George Kanyeihamba was a great individual for the country and for the international community. He was also a great human rights fighter, and he fought for better human rights in Uganda, and he also fought for better human rights globally. Lawyers would be able to tell you this better than myself, but since he was a man who fought against corruption, a man who knew his law very well, a man who helped in the drafting of our 1995 Constitution, a man who was in the Supreme Court of Uganda, the lawyers have a lot to learn from him. He also wrote many books, over 30 books. Many of these books concern law. Therefore, lawyers should read his works and should read his judgments and should...
Okay, rest in peace, George William Kanyeihamba. We meet again.